I'm finally getting around to making our California video, and it started with a trip to the Redwoods before we headed to the coast.
They're like as big as a tiny home.
Look at this thing.
You could live in this thing. Oh, Babe went into one. Let's see. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Where are you?
Oh.
Babe? Please don't scare me. That wasn't Babe. Cool.
Freaking big.
So big.
You're such like a tiny little ant in there.
These things are massive. Babe looks so small compared to these big old trees. And it's like we're in the Forbidden Forest because look. Does that not look like Hagrid's hut? Kinda does. This place is so cool.
Crazy.
So if you come, definitely make sure to do the Revelation Trail because you learn so much about the Redwoods. Their little roots are actually not very long and not super strong either, but they all link together under the soil and they're like this little family of big ol' giant trees. And so that's how they stay standing, because they work together. So cool. And now we are trying to make it to Battery Point Lighthouse, which says it is open 10 to 4, but that is actually not necessarily always true because it is dependent upon the tides. And right now, we have missed the tour by like 30 minutes because the tide is coming in. You can kind of see it already covering up the bridge, and apparently it'll cover up this whole area eventually. But we're gonna at least go over and look around and then try and do the tour again tomorrow. So if you visit Crescent City, just make sure to plan ahead and check the tour schedule at the actual location because it depends on the tides. Lighthouse attempt, take 2, and you can tell there's no water because the tide is out. And now we're trying to beat the tide. We're gonna go down here for some tide pool exploring. Always talk to the locals because they will tell you the best spots to go. And she recommended this little hidden gem. Wah! Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to scare you, but then you scared me. So we finally found the best tide pool with tons of little starfishes. There's a big one over here. And then there's babies over there. And there's tons. So we came out of breakfast date early in the morning. And by the way, go to Dutch Brothers Coffee. It's so good. It's probably filled with all the sugar I need for the day, but it's very good. So yeah, go to the point where the road cuts back down towards the beach, and then there's this huge outcropping of rock, and this is where the best tide pools are. All the starfish. And maybe octopuses, if I can find them. Hoping for some octopuses. Octopi, whatever, however you say it.
And that's it for our time in Cali. To see more adventures, don't forget to subscribe.